Hi and welcome back to my channel. In the spirit of Easter and the spring season, I thought I'd make these cute bunny coasters. These are so easy to make and would also be a fun activity for the whole family. For this DIY project, I'm going to be using a piece of cardboard that I cut from a ramen noodle box. I want my coaster to be big enough to fit my cups, so I grabbed my Starbucks cup to trace out the bunny's head. And for the ears, I just freehanded it. You want to make them as even as you can. If you're having trouble, I'd recommend printing out the shape you want and using that as your stencil. Once I had my bunny the way I liked it, I carefully cut it out. That was fast. To start our coaster, I'm going to take the end of my jute rope and hot glue it directly onto the center of the circle, or the bunny's head. Starting at the center of the circle is important so that your coaster doesn't become lopsided with more cardboard on one side than the other. Once the center point is secured, I'm just going to center the jute rope around itself on the cardboard, hot gluing it down along the way until I reach the edge. When cutting the rope, I'm cutting it at an angle, and after applying some hot glue, I'm pressing it into the sides so that I can hide the end of the rope as much as possible and keep that perfect circle look. Just be careful not to burn yourself when you're pressing on the hot glue and rope. Next, for the ears. I'm going to outline the ears with the rope first, then fill it in second. I'm hiding the ends of the rope by tucking it underneath the rope that's forming the circle. It's a small detail, but trust me, it's going to make your coaster look that much nicer. When gluing down the rope along the edge, I'm making sure that no cardboard will show. But if it does peek through, you can always just trim the cardboard back. And to finish the outline, I'm again tucking the end of the rope underneath the rope that's forming the circle. Now that I have the outline done, I'm going to spiral the rope around itself, but this time I'm starting from the outside and working in. I'm really making sure that the rope is glued tightly together so that no cardboard is showing through. And when I reach the last bit of rope, I'm cutting it and pressing the end in so everything looks very seamless. I did the same thing with the other ear, and that's it. This project is basically done. But I thought it looked a little plain and I wanted to add something else. And I thought a bow tie seemed like the perfect choice. I'm going to make a tiny bow tie using the plastic fork trick. Cut off the center spikes. Grab your ribbon of choice. I'm using a white ribbon that is about a little under ½ inch. If you use any ribbon wider than this, it might get a little tricky to keep the ribbon from sliding off the fork. You'll just have to get a little creative. So with your fork, wrap the ribbon around the two spikes like so. You're going to stick the end of the ribbon through this hole and wrap around back to the front. Make sure you have a pair of skinny tweezers nearby because we're going to use it to grab the end of that ribbon back through and carefully tighten. You want to carefully slide the tweezer underneath the loop that you just made. And I'm moving the end of that ribbon so I can grab it with my tweezer. Carefully pull it through the loop. And once you get it through, I'm gently pulling it tight and adjusting it so that the knot is at the center. Slide the ribbon off of the fork, and when you turn it around, you have a perfect bow tie. Trim the longer ends off, and I think it looks super cute right below one of the ears. I hot glued it down, and that's it. This was such an easy project that I made 2 more coasters. You wanted to make them true coasters that wouldn't mind getting wet, you can swap out the cardboard backing for something else like a sheet of laminate paper or some other kind of plastic sheet. But if you're using it for decoration or don't expect it to get very wet, using cardboard would be just fine. These little bunny coasters turned out so cute, they honestly look like something you'd purchase from a store. Okay, I'm curious now, if the back wasn't made of cardboard, would you guys purchase this? Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this DIY project. If you like this video, please give this a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss more videos just like this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.